Hi guys, welcome to the channel Learn Concepts with Nikhil, Discover, Learn and Grow. In this video, we will be discussing about types of statements and the keywords used in the SQL. Before uh, diving deep into this video, we will have a small summary about the previous videos. In the first video, we have learned about the definitions and all of the what about definitions about database, RDBMS, normalization data, and all SQL related stuff. And the second video, we have learned about the primary key, properties of primary key, and all primary key, unique key, foreign key. So in the second video, we have learned about them, and in the third and fourth video, we learned about different types of relationships and why we have excluded the many-to-many relationship. So in this video, and this is the last video of theory. From the next video, we will be diving deep into MySQL and we will be doing everything practically. So this is the last video of theoretical classes, and in this video we will be discussing about types of statements. What are the types of statements are available in MySQL and SQL, as well as like what are the keywords, and all those we will be discussing in this video. So as I said in the first video, MySQL is the tool which is used to write the SQL codes or SQL queries, and it is a open source. We will now discuss about what are the types of statements and what are the keywords available in the SQL. Before going to that, I will be saying about like what is query and what is querying. Query is nothing but the code we have written on the MySQL interface, right? Interface is nothing but the face of the software. The code which we have written on the interface of MySQL is nothing but query, and the command of a query, the command of giving query is nothing but the querying. It is called as querying. Now we will be discussing about statements as well as keywords. First type is DDL. It's data definition language. It modifies the structure, table structure and object structure. If table is there, like in order to add column or in order to delete the column or in order to create a table, we will be using the language called data definition language in MySQL. Next, data manipulation language or DML. It is used to modify the data. It does not it does not modify the table structure, but it modifies the data, like uh, existing data को update करना, existing data को update करना, like if you want to insert a new data, we can insert through DML and all, like updating and all. So next is DQL. DQL is mostly used by like data analysts and analysts will be using DQL frequently. So the full form of DQL is data query language, and it retrieves data. DML and DDL are used to modify the table structure as well as data, right? But DQL does not modify or does not change the structure or does not update or does we cannot insert the data. It is used only to fetch the data from the database, to interact with the data and to fetch the data from the database. So DQL is used for that purpose. And TCL is nothing but transaction control language, like managing transactions. We will be discussing about TCL2 and DCL. DCL is nothing but data control language, like it controls the access and permissions, like only set of people should be accessing my data set, so I'll be giving the permission to only that set of people. And if I want to take the permission, like if I want to revoke the permission from them, I can revoke the permission. So DCL is used for that purpose. So now we will be looking into keywords, like what are the keywords each language has. So first, let us discuss about DDL keywords, like data definition language. As the definition says, like it modifies or it defines the table structure used to define or modify the database schema. That is nothing but the table structure. First keyword is first we can call it as keyword or commands. I personally use it as keyword. So first keyword is create. So create keyword is used to uh, create a new table or create a new database or an object. Here object in the sense like table is also an object. Apart from table, there are different objects in the database like views. Like we will be discussing about all these in the upcoming lectures and in the course of lectures. But like views are also one of the objects, as well as tables are one of the object. Indexes are one of the object, as well as stored procedures are one of the object. So we will be discussing about all these objects in the future course of the lecture. But I'm saying like what are the objects now, so that you can have an idea about it. And next it is used to alter the table. Alter the table nothing is nothing but like adding or removing the columns, and we can alter the table. कॉलम्स हटाने के लिए और कॉलम्स ऐड करने के लिए. नेक्स्ट इज ड्रॉप दैट लाइक it deletes a table or database permanently. Like drop is you before learning about drop, we will be learning about truncate. Truncate removes all the records from the table but keeps the structure. So if there is a table, student table, the structure of the table will be present. Like there will be the structure of the table, but if we use the keyword called truncate, the data inside the table will be deleted, but the structure will be available. It will be remain like that only. Coming to drop क्या करता है? Like if we use a keyword drop, it will delete the table also. So truncate is used to delete the overall data in the table. Like sub data delete करेगा truncate. But table structure, but there will be table structure. But if you use the drop keyword, table will also be dropped. Table will be also deleted. Next is rename. Rename is nothing but if you want to rename a table, you will be using the keyword called rename. Next is the DML, data manipulation language. It is nothing but like we will be manipulating the data, used to manipulate the data within tables. Within tables, like DML does not affect the table structure. DDL affects the table structure, but DML does not affect the table structure. It will be manipulating the data inside the table. Okay. So like first keyword we will be using is insert. Insert is new nothing but like adding new records or new rows, like adding new data inside the table. We will be for that we will be using the insert keyword. Next is update. Update is nothing but we will be modifying the existing data. If a data is wrongly printed as 12, wrongly typed as 12, I can modify it to 13. Like my age is 13, but not my age 27. Uh, if my age is wrongly typed as 25, I can modify it to 27. So we can use update keyword for that purpose, for that use case. Next is delete. Delete is nothing but in order to remove the records. See, there is a slight difference between delete, truncate, and drop. Drop is used for totally vanishing the table. Like data will be not available as well as table will be not available. So if we use drop, table will be not available, data will be not available. If we use truncate, table will be available, but data won't be available. If we use delete keyword, we can delete the specific, like we can delete the specific rows or records from the table, but from the existing table. Like it does not affect any table structure, but we can delete specific records or rows, unlike truncate deletes all the rows and all the columns, but in delete we can specify the like we can specify the data which we want to delete. Next is merge. Merge is nothing but it combines all the three commands, like insert, update, and delete. This is DML. DDL is used to modify, like modify or create the table structure. Modify the table structure. DML is used to modify the data inside the table structure. So I hope the difference is clear. So next, DQL. DQL is nothing but data query language in which we can retrieve the data. Only we can fetch the data. We cannot alter the data, or we cannot modify the data or table structure. It is only used for fetching. It is only used for querying. It is only used for retrieving the data. But we cannot do any changes or any modifications. As I said in the slide, used to fetch or query the data from the table, and select is a keyword. Select is a keyword in DQL, data query language, and data analysts and business analysts use DQL the most in order to analyze. Why? Because we need to fetch the data to analyze, right? So we will be using DQL command frequently. This is about DQL. And next we will be learning about TCL. TCL is nothing but transaction control language. It is used to manage database transactions. Like it is used to manage transactions. Like if you want to save the changes up to now, like I have written 200 lines of code, but I didn't save the up to now. Commit is used to save the changes. Rollback is nothing but it's like undoing, like going back to the previous step. Like Excel में रहा था ना, undo redo वैसा. So rollback is nothing but like uh, it's an undoing type. Save point is nothing but creates a checkpoint within a transaction to roll back to. So that is about save point. We will be discussing about all this commit, rollback, save point on the MySQL interface with a clear cut examples in a practical way. So don't worry. This is just a theoretical session. From the next session, we will be diving deep into yeah, practical in the MySQL interface to the MySQL interface. Next is DCL. DCL is a lost of all commands. DCL is nothing but data control language. It controls the permission. Basically, we as a data analyst or business analyst will not be using DCL, but it is one of the statements like mainly used in SQL. Like database administrators will be using this, but because like database administrators के पास it's access रहता है ना, like किसको एक्सेस देना चाहिए, किसको एक्सेस रिमूव करना चाहिए, किसको ग्रांट करना चाहिए. Like if I went to a new organization, a database administrator can will give me the access to the database so that I can query, I can do modifications, I can analyze the data. So database administrators will be granting me the access. But as a data analyst, we will not be using these commands or keywords. So first keyword is grant. Grant is nothing but giving user specific privileges like granting access and all. Next is revoke. Revoke is nothing but taking back the access. So this is all about DCL, guys. So this is all about MySQL commands. From the next video, we will be deep diving into the MySQL. Thank you.